Alright, try that again. Thanks guys for coming to my stream. Sorry I was taking a bit. I had to get a little bit of call it a little bit of technical things together. Oh crap, it's still doing some weird ass. Is it this? It is that. Okay, cool. Yeah. Positioning this camera just so I can get this live stream going for y'all was a little more difficult than what I thought it was going to be, not gonna lie, but I'm so excited to do it. This is my first live art stream, as the info says, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with this. Gouache is one of my favorite painting mediums. It's a little more difficult for me than oil, although a lot of people think that's interesting or just weird to say, but I feel like with oil you have more push and pull with it versus when it comes to streaming. I'm not streaming with oil. Bleh, my brain is not working right. Oh, that's what's like, unmute your mic. Yeah, my little notifications on my stuff. So versus like watercolor gouache, it's all you kind of have to blend with the material itself. So let me see, we're gonna go ahead and start getting started here because I really want to start with the wash going on at the bottom. As you see, some of these like yellowy parts here, that's the frisket that I use to kind of block the teeth because I wanted them to stay white. And then like right here, I did that for the whites of the eyes. But mid doing that, I remembered that you don't have to do that with gouache. You can layer it on top, but so I figured why not. I'd already started it, so I was like, I might as well just keep on going with it, alright? So, let me see if I can put this here without it being a weird shadow. Okay, cool. Here we go. Let me see. So this is my clear container. Right here. I'm going to put a wash in here. Because I want this background to be kind of like a bluish black color for me. Or bluish gray, we should say. I'm using... what blue is this that I typically like to use? I can tell y'all right now. No, I have cobalt a lot. Ultramarine. I do use a lot of ultramarine as well, but where is my... it's the indigo I typically use a lot of. Can you see that? Not really. My lighting sucks. I'll type in some of the stuff colors that I use later. But I have a large assortment of different colors. I want to make this one as colorful as possible. This is actually going to be literally one of the most detailed pieces I think I've done in a while. So I'm simultaneously excited and nervous about that. Oh, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm slightly adding more and more pigment to this. Because I want it to have some color on the back and make a complete wash. But I feel like I might have used a lot of water and I should have probably made this wash a little bit not as, what do you want to say, thin, but we'll see what happens. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a teacher by any means. But I do love doing this. I've been doing this for my entire life. Oh, here we go. That's coming into a really nice, pretty color. Let's see how it actually looks on paper, though. Nothing. You don't see anything. See, that's why I said it. Maybe I use a little bit too much water. We'll see what happens here. The color itself looks pretty. But is it actually pigmented enough? We do not know. It looks pigmented, but is it? I'm getting this yellow, this gray, and the black. As you can see, I'm kind of being a little messy with that right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a big fan of that gray. Like, it's nice, but obviously I can make a black and a white, mix black and white, make gray, but I wanted like a pre-made gray because I figured it was something to be easier to work with. And honestly, that gray, even though it looks like it's pretty dark or whatever, it's actually very light. It's an extremely light gray. think it's almost as light as my white. I wish I would have bought a darker gray, which I can, but at least it's something to add to it that I can build upon with it, so I'm not too upset about it. Let's see where we're going now. It's doing something now. But still want it to be a little bit more pigmented. Typically on my backgrounds typically are black and gray. Or not black, they tend to be like a bluish gray. Not sure why I like that, but it's just kind of like my favorite colors to do for a background. People pick different colors, but yeah, mine is always this darker bluish gray, but I also do undertones and underpaints with blue as well and gray. Let me see. Let's see. There we go. That's a little bit more pigmented. Not too bad. That's there. It's not white. That's kind of all we need, is for it to just not be white. So this won't buckle, even though this is watercolor paper. What is this? Arches watercolor paper, which I love Arches paper. But I have this mounted to a wood panel. That way it'll just kind of stay there. I'm trying to check and make sure nobody's talking. Please forgive me if I miss your message while I'm painting. I'm gonna try my best to kind of look back and forth at the screen, so please don't be mad if I miss and don't see your message right away. As you see, my camera is over here and my painting's over here. I was having a hard time trying to get this stuff positioned. There we go. Without it looking too weird. Lord, okay, here we go. I'm trying to make it to where I can see what I'm doing. Oh, hi. Okay. So, let's get this going. So, I have to be holding like chat while we're doing this. Actually was very under the weather yesterday, and the day before. Well, not the day before, yesterday and today. I think I got a stomach virus spreading around our school. Spreading around there, so here I am, working through it all. So here we go, let's see how we're looking now. There we go, that's actually a little bit better. I know y'all may not be able to see really what I have going on, but it's a nice bluish dark color. I'm probably going to end up having to build in more color with this later on, to be honest, but actually I'm kind of liking it. You can't really see it very well. I'm actually kind of liking it. Good time to find all the floof hair that's on my canvas. Floof hair being my dog of a Korg. You'll probably see a little cameo of him coming in here at some point, because he cannot stand when Mama is working and he's not being. He needs his attention. That's all I'll say. And he's just like, "What do you mean you're doing this and not paying me any attention? I don't understand. How could this possibly be of any importance? I should be your most important thing to focus on." And I get it. He's floof. He knows what he wants. So look at that dog hair. Yeah, I know my hair's in the back. anything right now. I'm going to tie this up actually in a moment. Just trying to really get down into it. Let's go ahead and kind of tie that up a bit, at least the top part up here. I'm going to be honest, because I know someone's going to ask me how long it took for me to ink this in. I can't tell you. I really don't know. I really could not tell you. I really should start calculating how long it takes for me to do stuff, and I never do, and it definitely showed that time. It was one of those things where it's like it was taking so long that I didn't want to know how long it was taking me. I'm sure y'all have gotten stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't even want to know how long this took me, because it took me an astronomically long time. So here we are, laying a ground, so to speak, which kind of primes the paper up as well, but as you can see, I worked on this for a while. I started drawing this a long time ago, like sometime last year. I actually drew this out, and then with the way my work job was set up and everything, I really didn't get the time. The job was at the time. I really didn't get the time to fill it in and do everything that I really wanted to do. Had like a medical scare that year, so I just dropped everything that I did and went down to my friend's house in Florida and hung out with them. But everything ended up okay. Just in case anybody's wondering, I ended up not having any serious issues that I thought I did. It's always scary when you're going through stuff like that, like, because you don't know what's going on. You're scared, your families might be scared, friends are scared. It's like you don't want to tell anybody what's all going on, too, sometimes. I'm very secretive when it comes to me having something going on with me, just because I don't like for people to worry. I don't know. I'd rather you just think that everything's okay. I'm always one of those people. I'm like, I might be crying or I might be dying inside, but I'm like, how are you doing? Let's not talk about me, let's talk about you. But here we are today, healthy and happy. Alright. Again, I know y'all probably can't see what I'm doing on here. I'm sorry for that, but I wonder if you can kind of see me drip. Yeah, you can see it dripping a little bit, then you see me blending it out. Okay. But that's what's happening right now. I just want to get a nice ground going. I love it. It's just not really weird, but my neighbors, I think, are cooking, and I can smell it. It smells good. Might be just hungry, who knows. But hopefully this will be a nice little vibe and chill paint sesh. I know for a fact I'm not going to get this done tonight. There's just no possible way. I can't even tell you how long this is going to take me, because I really don't know. You can kind of see it building up a little bit down here. So I'm kind of starting to get this grayish tint down here a little bit. I'm gonna turn my music a little bit, because the music you're listening to is actually cool. And I need something to listen to. Yeah, that happens. Let's see. Just gonna build up this color. As anyone who knows what's like working with watercolor, working with anything like that, like building up layers is everything. Even though this is gouache, it's kind of like a happy medium between watercolor and acrylic to me. Watercolor, just plain watercolor can be difficult for me, but I do love doing gouache because you can actually lay pigment down on it, but you can use it as watercolor when it comes to blending and doing everything. So that's what makes me like it. Just a full disclaimer, I am by no means an expert. I am good at what I do. I will definitely say that. I have the confidence enough to say that I'm good at what I do, which took a long time to even say that. But I recognize and know that there are people who have been doing this longer than me, who've maybe had time to put in more hours than I have. And I recognize and appreciate that. I'm not mad at it. At all. Okay, here we go. I like doing this as well because it also, there's this thing that I've seen people talk about, and I talked about it in art school too, about being intimidated by like this giant white piece of paper. And that's why, like, when we're in drawing classes, they would literally tell us to just scribble, not paint, we'll just scribble all over it to try to see, you know, you just kind of have something laid down on there. Or even like if you're doing this, just if you lay down like a whole base of yellow or a whole base of whatever, it's helpful to see that versus like this big white background. I think of it kind of like, it just makes you more nervous because you feel like you have to fill stuff in. I almost think of it kind of like white coat syndrome, if you've ever heard of that. It's like a thing that people have when they go to the doctor's office. My mom actually has it, and what it is somebody wearing a white coat just because it's a doctor's jacket or something. Just doctor's jackets in general will make your blood pressure go up, and it's not something you can like control. I guess it just kind of makes you nervous. But I kind of think that's the same idea with when you're coming to look at this. Like, you get white coat syndrome, like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? This is so intimidating, there's so many different things to do. Ooh, you know what I forgot to get y'all? I need a paper towel so that way I can dry my brush. Give me not even 5 seconds. Let me sip my tea. Give me not even 5 seconds. I don't know if I can see what's on my TV, but if you can, it's just Fruits Basket. I always have anime on the background. But BRB, literally 5 seconds. I gotta get this paper towels. Alright, I'm back. See? Didn't take long at all. Let's see. What is these? Let me see. Make sure my signal's back on. Boop. Okay, yep, back on. I walked away from my laptop and it's like, your signal's not working. Ah! It's okay, we're back. Okay, I did this really light underpainting. It still looks almost white. I almost want to put like another, oh my god, the paper's lifting. That is wild. The paper's lifting. Not for the panel. Lovely. Did I tell you I've never had that happen before? It's okay. I'll fix that later. I'll just fix it later. Once it dries, I'll stick some Mod Podge under there and kind of fix that. So, see all my handy dandy brushes. Let's figure out what brush I'm gonna use to start. Ooh, let's use the Escoda. I'm really gonna have to work on some of this lighting in here so y'all can see what I have. But it's an Escoda. Versatile. Yeah, these are really good brushes. One of my teachers recommended them to me, and he's right, they're amazing. So let's see. Oh, see, that's where that is. I'm like, that's where that's lifted. That's where that's lifted. Alright, I'm debating if I want to mix a color and then can I do this? Let's do this. Get some of this indigo in here. Yeah, okay, y'all can. There we go. Ring it, see? So, I'm just going to use that as like my dirty one, but also because I'm still using this. I'm still going to end up using that probably and do another wash over it again. I'll just keep doing these black and blues in here. Let's see, I'm probably gonna end up being like, oh, is it too dark? We'll see what happens. So again, this is kind of like those first things you're just like, well, what am I doing here? How do you really want to start shading this stuff in? This is gonna be a difficult decision. I kind of already started making it as if it was like an overhead, kind of like on top, let's see, like up here, lighting for it. But let's see. Is that what I'm gonna do? We're gonna play it like that. Let's see if I do this. It's kinda. It's spreading kind of like it too, so kind of do that, but I don't want any harsh lighting on it right now. I just want to be kind of soft. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is like one of the most nerve-wracking. When you start doing stuff like this is the part of the paintings that get really like nerve-wracking. You're just like, oh god, I don't want to mess up, oh my god. If I mess up, life is gonna be ruined forever. And it won't, but that's what you're thinking to yourself. It's really what you're thinking to yourself, I'm not gonna lie. Just gonna blend that out a bit. There we go. Just gonna blend out till it's like, oh yeah. I'm not gonna go with that other part. So what I like about acrylic, well not acrylic, what I like about gouache is you can keep working with it. Like you can re-wet it and just kind of get it. You don't want to do what you want it to do. Nice, kind of just little scrumblies. Just kind of get that to blend out a bit. like I tell people when they ask me about painting, and I tell them one thing is like, when you first start doing your piece, you're not gonna like the way it looks. It's not gonna be pretty. It's just because it's not finished. I think a lot of people tend to give up on their pieces too soon. I know I have definitely been that person as well. I remember even in art school, I used to just throw my piece away. I was like, this looks like trash. And I would just throw it away and restart it, and then have classmates there be like, dude, you know, probably look fine. Just gonna go ahead and blend some of that in too, why not? I'm like, why not? Because it'll work later. It'll work for me later when I want it to. So I'm kind of doing like what it's these underpaintings, or some people want to refer to as grisaille. I wouldn't necessarily call this grisaille just because I think grisaille is like literally an actual style where you're actually using gray and undertones of gray and stuff like that and doing it. Also, the thing with grisaille is, what's interesting if you never knew about it, was that a lot of the masters would have their students do. And then that's how so the masters would paint out something, right? And then they would do the shadows and everything in grisaille, which is that gray underpainting that you'll see some people do, and that's what'll make things look really realistic. So the thing about it is, they would do it and then have their students paint over it in Lincoln. Wait a minute. You know what? Oh my god. I'm gonna fix that real quick. Don't gotta warn to me. Could just be like, hey, you know, I'm dying. Yeah. That's understandable. Alright, this is what I'm gonna do, my lovies. I'm gonna get this okay, it's loading back right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a be right back thing really quickly and go ahead and get this back uploaded. Give me a second, guys. I appreciate y'all for your patience, because I know it took a minute for me to even hop on here, and I'm going back and forth, but this is why I disclaimed first stream, first this, because I'm trying to work out all the kinks here and there. So just give me a moment. I'm gonna load my phone back up, load the camera back up, fix that, and then we'll get back on here. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Alright, we're back. Oh shit, it's still not working. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Just had to go to sleep. There you go. Why is it so blurry? There you go. Okay. Y'all. I just dropped my whole AirPod in the toilet. That's what took me so long. The phone didn't have to continue charging. My AirPod, the right ear, the one I can actually hear better out of right now, just fell straight into the toilet. Just said, I was like, oh no. So, you know, it's in a thing to rice right now because that might still work. I don't know. It makes me weird. It makes me mad because yeah, the regular AirPods. I wasn't paying that much for some $250 for a pair of Apple ones that don't even have as good sound as my Bose headphones did. I'll be buying another pair of those. But it makes me mad. I'm gonna tell you why it makes me mad while we're paying this. Because I'm laughing, but I'm angry. Because why do they fall out your ear that easily? I never understood that. Like, to me, I was just like, why would they even fall out that easily? They do that shit on purpose. Are you kidding me right now? How is this not charged? There's no way. There's literally no way. Hold on. Why did it act like it was dying? Okay, you can still hear me. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I heard it go doodle doot 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 when it shuts down, and I got pissed just now. I literally just took it out of the case. Anyway. I digress. Back to what we were talking about. Apple making shitty products. Talking to you, Apple. Like, why? This is why I honestly don't even work out in them. I never did any of that stuff with them because it's like, they literally just fall right out of your ear, and I never understood that shit. But why the fuck did my shit just fall out of my ear while I was using the bathroom? That I don't even understand. That's whatever. It's fine. I will not be buying another pair because they're not that great anyway. And I just wasn't spending. And so many people are so pro Apple, and I'm sorry. One reason why I even got those because I got them for a birthday gift, so that's the only reason I'm actually mad about it. It's because my stepdad bought them for me. So I feel bad. I hope that the rice will actually work, so that way I won't have to tell him that I accidentally dropped them in the toilet. It would make him laugh about it, but I feel bad, especially when somebody gives me a gift. Like, I don't want to, like, oops, sorry, fucked it up. But, like, I'm sorry, Apple has got to do better with their products. Like, I'm already angry that, they don't give you your freaking cubes anymore, because they're weird. So I'm running out of cubes and outlets. Actually, no products do it anymore. There are a large amount of, like, products who just straight up just like, I don't need cubes, you can go buy them. We're going to sell you the piece, but you need to go buy the actual outlet that you would need to plug it up. Like, what is that even? Like, what do you mean I need to go buy something just to plug it in? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, when did our products end up being that way? You know when we used to buy products when we were younger, they came with batteries if they needed batteries? Like, yeah, you got batteries with your shit. Now they're like, oh, you gotta buy the batteries. Those batteries are not included. How are they not included? Maybe parents didn't get mad about that enough, like when I was younger, because parents would get fucking livid. Can you imagine buying your kid, Game Boys are old now, I guess. Can you imagine buying your kid a Game Boy? No, I think even with that, I don't think you got I really don't recall you getting batteries with that because it's an electronic device like that, but usually most things, like if you bought a clock, if you bought anything, you would get, you know, batteries, at least one set. It could be a cheap set of batteries, but at least it's some batteries for you to get going. It's not just like, oh, sorry, you're screwed. Oh, good luck, try it next time. It's like, no, like, I think our parents just would literally just come unglued about that shit. Like, what do you mean I just spent all this money on a product and you can't give me a pair of batteries? But that's honestly how I feel about buying anything. You buy any kind of, like, okay, for instance, I just bought something to charge one of the little decks that charges ironically my AirPods, my watch, and my phone at the same time. Get there, get home. It doesn't have the plug to even put it in the outlet. And to me, that doesn't make sense. Like, why do I have to go out and buy something, a whole nother product, when you're supposed to be literally a charging station? Part of it being a charging station is for it to charge things. So why do I have to go out and buy an additional item to charge my product? I just... Someone explain it to me like I'm 10, like I'm 5. Explain it to me like I'm in kindergarten. I don't understand. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Anyway, that's my end rant for today. I'm just saying. Probably just a little butthurt about the fact that, you know, hey, I don't have, my AirPods may not be working. We shall see. But again, I'm not spending some dough. Like, you should have went ahead and got the $250 ones. No, because if that's the case, I'll just buy another pair of Bose headphones and they work better. The only reason why I don't use those right now is because mine kind of had an accident when somebody, we're not going to name any names, the dog, decided he wanted to snack on them. But other than that, yeah, no, I'm not buying a pair of like subpar headphones. Looks like I might have to buy a pair soon though, because what in the world? Just gonna get a little bit of shadowing going here. A little bit of shadowing since I'm gonna be painting over that. There we go. Yeah. That's all I wanted to say about that. Just wanted to have a little mini rant about that because what the fuck? Like, I wasn't even gonna go that way. We said you tipped over. You're fine. Wait, you want to use monomer? You're trying to use acrylic? You can just leave that there. You're in the camera. You're in the camera. Okay. It's picking up all over here. No, it's this one. You remember Loki had you spill it all last night? No. Never used turpentine before. Are you trying to clean your brushes? I have mineral spirits. If you look in the black, no, I'm not, in the kitchen. It's in the paint bucket. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. This is turning out to be quite the most interesting stream in the world. Alright, I digress. Let's keep going. First I dropped my headphones, I let my camera die, and then I dropped my headphones into the trash can, not trash can, into the toilet. It's fine, everything's fine. And honestly, let's just keep going. Let's just keep riding this. In that time, I was waiting, trying to get all this camera stuff done. My ground that I had is already dried up. I was helping it blend out a little bit better. Right. It's weird how this is kind of separating right here. I did not expect that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's going on with that right there, but it's whatever. Alright. I'm digging on it. I'm brushing the tip of it right there. Just so y'all know. Alright, let's do this. Let's see where else do we need this color to go. Alright, let's do right. My dog sounds like he's frozen outside. I don't know what he's doing. Hey, Chunk. You already ate. You did? I'm sorry. You already ate. Wait, can I eat again? Sorry, what do you think? So how about eating again? You can have always do that. I could always eat again. You're so greedy. You're so greedy. You're a greedy boy. I'm tell everybody on the stream that you're a greedy boy. I don't know if he likes that. Color with hair. So, I feel like they just like play with it. I'm actually loving it. I want to create a white bat audio. Well, it's in my stream on my Twitch. I'll make sure I put it on my info for the stream as well. It's white bat. Like, y'all get me through some things. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. I'm so shocked that I dropped my shit in her. I don't know how. Like, I'm extremely shocked at that. I've never. The fact that I'm usually so paranoid about doing something like that too is what's funny about it. I'm usually like, oh, no. Like, I've never done it. And it's like, poop. And I'm not that new, so I was like, I'm not that mad. I'm just like, wow, really? Like, that had to happen? Like, really? Okay, let's get that. Let's get this going. There we go. and get some shading going on in there to see a little bit of what's going on. Our one viewer, thank you so much for chilling out and sticking with me. I appreciate it. You're a cute dude. You know what? You're alright, I don't even care what they say about you. Not that anybody actually says something about you, it's just something my dad used to say. And then as a kid, I'd be panicking and be like, what are they all saying about me? It's from a movie, and honestly, I just recently saw what that movie was. Can't think of what it is off the top of my head right now, but I do remember seeing it, and I was like, that's where he got that from. My dad was quite the character, I'll say that. Any toy? Hmm? My mascot over there pulled out his lion. Next to promptly, let me see, what did he rip off of that one so far? One ear. I'm surprised the other ear lived. It's impressive for anything that he owns. I'm impressed about that. I think the tail has been gone. I don't know. If anyone's ever owned a corgi, they all know, like, the longevity of anything you get is, anything toy-wise, don't get any cute little toys. Oh, it's so cute, because it's just not gonna last. Like, they're gonna rip it apart. And he always went for the throat of any stuff. Like, he's doing it right now. He's going for the throat of the animal. It raises some concerns, that's all I have to say. It raises some, concerns there. Oh, the tail's a little rope thing. That's why it's not ripped off. Heard. Oh, I'm so ready for some fun in the house. I got some and I'm ready for it. I'm being too picky. I always see I'm being too picky about everything. I can feel that I'm being too picky about everything. You can just feel it. I'm sure there's probably a bit more. So yeah, I kind of just like use my brush and kind of wiggle it out when I'm blending. Just right now, because I'm just doing a little bit of highlights in here. I'm probably going to go over it again with another wash one more time, but it's just going to do nothing but darken those areas up. So, I'm just going to shade in some of the, like, parts of the actual pieces. The Calaveras. So initially, like I said, this was actually for a Halloween show a while ago. Last year, I believe, year before last. And then I had like a medical scare all as well, but at the time I was like, I can't do this, I'm sorry, and I just dipped out. And here we are now, finishing this piece. What did I say? I inked it in. It wasn't too long ago that I inked it in. I really can't tell you when though, but I remember it wasn't that long ago that I decided, let me go ahead and ink this piece in. really need to make sure I post a photo of this so my kid can see that I'm working on things. I think sometimes he gets concerned when he doesn't see me posting anything on social media, which I need to be better about. I'm working on that. We're actually, no, this is today. Today's the day. We're going to really actually be good at this. Start with streaming and the posting. I just don't know what happened. I fell off for a minute. And I'm back and better than ever. Ignore my cheesiness that I just did, please. So right now, I'm just trying to, even though these are kind of like floating in the air, I guess, so to speak, they're kind of just floating. You still want to have some kind of like physical ground to it, so to speak. So I'm just trying to provide that while I can. Alright. Let's see. Lord. Now, one thing with this is if you can be patient with watercolors as well, and gouache, because you really have to be patient not to see these layers build up. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of liked oil a lot when I first started, because you see that build up pretty quickly, you know? Actually, it's a lie. Hold on. Well, not the building up quickly, but it's a lie about me starting with oil first. I actually started with acrylic first. Yeah, I did acrylic first before I got into oil. For what I'm in it right now. Why did I go into acrylic? Acrylic, I mean, you always grow up thinking that acrylic is cheaper. And I was like, oh, acrylic paint is just so much cheaper than oil. Actually, it's not. Especially when you get into like the more higher ends, or I mean higher ends, just the better paint in general. I personally, like I said, you just kind of get the illusion that it's easier, and I don't know why acrylic has this reputation that it's easier to work with, because actually it's not. It's not easier to work with at all. The drying time is really fast, so when you're doing it, you know, you really can fuck up. Like, you really can fuck up, and it's not as easy to, I guess, like, people think, okay, well, it's water, I get blended, but I'm telling you right now, I've been working with both. At least with oil, if you fuck up, you can wipe it off, or you can let that dry and paint over it. Acrylic, you kind of can too, but the problem with acrylic is, as soon as you pull that stuff out the tube, it's drying very quickly. It'll even dry on your palette. I have a stay wet palette just because of that. Oil, also, well, so we'll keep going with it, acrylic. But oil, you can literally have that on your palette for a couple of days and that stuff's not drying. So it gives you more time to work and tweak with things. Like if you make a mistake, it gives you time to fix it versus it already dries up and then you build up a large like chunk of acrylic on the canvas or paper, and then it cracks and all this other stuff, which shouldn't crack, but you know, it'll get thick. It's harder to make like a smoother surface if that's what you're trying to do, but I feel like oil honestly is much more forgiving. when you really start getting into it, it is substantially more forgiving than acrylic is. Because again, you have the time to tweak it. You might look at something the next day. Like you paint something, say I paint tonight. I'm painting this tonight. I might look at it tomorrow and be like, oh, I really don't like the way I did that eye. I really don't like the way I did this one part here. And so all you have to do is you can blend it out, tweak it out. Like it's still wet enough for you to fix the paint that you have laying on top of the laying on top of it, if it makes sense. Now acrylic, it's gonna dry pretty quickly. Like I can't give you an accurate time, but easily within 30 minutes, honestly. That's such drying on the canvas. And then you have binder that's into it, so it's like once you add water to it, which is what people like about it, but what they don't realize is that when you add water to your acrylic, you're breaking the binder up. The binder is like, think of binders like when you're trying to make crab cakes or make anything like that. You know, you have to get the breading and stuff together to actually bind and form around the crab cake. If you don't have the binder, which is egg, and a lot of times it's egg. I don't know what a vegan option for a binder would be. I should find that out. One of my cousins is super vegan. She could probably tell me in a heartbeat. But once you find a binder for it, once you break the binder, I guess it makes the paint not as strong. And that's when you have to worry about cracking if it's on top of thicker acrylic already. But I mean, you still have to think about lean fat. So the theme is called fat over lean. Like you paint thinner layers on the bottom and thicker layers on top, so that way it won't crack. So it's kind of the same thing. You do that more with oil rather than acrylic, but it's the same idea. Like if you're gonna water it down, you want it watered down on the bottom than the top, because if it's a thin layer on top of a thick layer, then it's going to crack. You have to put your thicker layers on top. Oh my god, no. How's it looking? You're kind of seeing, like, I know it doesn't look as a lot of progress, especially. Oh no, it looks kind of good on the screen. Okay, I like it. It's looking okay. And then I just got booped by my dog. What's up, Bubba? What do you want? You want to sniff? You want a butt scratch? Butt scratch for Bubba? Yeah, you want a butt scratch? Yeah. Alright, just see if interesting how I have the horn over when this is over it. That's interesting. I just realized that. It's okay. No one's mad about that. I'm not mad about that. I just want to get the basic shading now. Yeah, the shading of the actual bigger objects versus shading each individual thing, but I know it's not gonna know how I am. Alright. See what we're doing. Alrighty, let's see. What we're doing here. Got those kind of shaded in a little bit down here. The star down. Oh, I didn't even shade a little candy corn down there. Well, actually, that's a candy corn. This is. I think it's gonna be like a little glittery. You know, look, the little gumdrops, the glittery looking gumdrops. So I'm gonna do that. I'm going to attempt to do glitter. That's right. I'm going to attempt to do glitter. We'll see how that pans out. I'm just like excited about it. Let's see. Let's do this candy corn. I can tell I watered down my paint a lot on there. You gotta see now. So I've been wetting my brush and then cleaning it. And I can see I've kind of watered it down a bit, which is fine because now it's looking. It looks exactly like how I kind of wanted it to in the first place. So we're fine. We're fine here. We're fine. And what else? Let me just poop that there. What else? I want to do these. These. Yep, okay. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. I'll do a little. Okay. Alright. Who does he have now? Oh, now he's a stingray. Let's see. I've been getting this build up going. I'm gonna do his. Well, I say his. It's. I don't know if it's a he, a she. I don't know what the hell this is. There we go. Kinda. Bam. I'm not supposed to have that big of a shadow, but here we are right now. And here we are with that big ass shadow by accident, but it's fine. So we're gonna blend it out. And I'm probably gonna add in another layer of shadow. This is just like a further shadow. I need to do another layer of shadowing under some of these anyway. Draw that off. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Can you see? Okay, you can't see that tongue part. Can you see the whole thing? Honestly, I think that last part, it was zoomed in a little bit more. But here we go. I'm getting chilly, so I'm just crank the AC up all the way. Oops, I made a shade in on that part yet, but I went into it. It's not a big deal. It's lighter now, so it's not really that big of a deal that I did it. Alright, let's do this. Let's kind of do a little curve about like this. There we go. I need to, oh, let me blend that out a bit. There we go. Okay. Let's do under the skull here in the conde. Some sugar skulls, and I did candy. I don't know what made me want to do, or Las Calaveras, sorry. Which is the proper name for it. Oh, not proper, but that's the Spanish, the Spanish word for it. Spanish, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Please don't come at me. Please not me. Las Calaveras. I don't know what made me think about it. Like sugar skulls, candy, I don't know. Like I wanted to do a piece with the sugar skulls for a while when I did it, and then I guess what made me come up with the candy was the fact that I wanted to see it. I wanted to add in some background, and I love stars. I've been obsessed with stars forever, so I added in the stars in the background, of course, because stars is probably in everything I do. If they're not even obvious stars, they're like little white dots that insinuate stars. For some reason I've always been obsessed with stars. I guess you could say it was my emo thing. Every emo kid had a thing they were obsessed with, or scene kid, goth kid. One of my friends loved spiders and spider webs. Spider webs are cool, I just don't like spiders, so there's that. But she was always obsessed with that. I just always like stars. So I added my cute little chunky stars on here. I'm doing overall shading of just the actual object itself and not shading within the object. I don't know if that makes sense or not. So wherever the physical actual object is, I'm putting in shading there. Giving the actual object or whatever itself the physical ground to it, but I have not started the actual shading of the things yet. I wanted to kind of do a little step by step, make sure I'm taking care of everything, to be honest. Making sure I'm actually doing it. Alright. Let's see. I need to start resting my hand down on things. Okay. Now I'm going to do the actual shading of the actual object that's there. Not the actual pieces themselves. Okay, I'm doing that actually now. There we go. Yeah. Let's add a little bit more in there. Roll that out. Yeah. There we go. Hold on. Pause. Time out. I thought so. Yeah, that's part of that skull. There we go. And that right there is why I do certain parts of shading first before others. Like, wait a minute. That's not that part. There we go. Tonight. All this happening, and it's like, I'm actually legit hungry. I'm mad it took so long to be relaxed. Like, I'm like legit hungry right now. Let's do. Okay. And once I get this shading, I know I haven't done much, but once I get done with the shading on these objects, I'm probably gonna. Objects with the like this background shading, I'm probably gonna call it early. Initially it's supposed to be a longer stream, but I plan on doing like a long stream tomorrow. Do a long stream tomorrow. So even though I already went back and hit those earlier, I can like hit it with some water. Blend that out a bit. It's giving some body, like it's giving body, yada. I'm just kidding. And it over here. Okay, hold on. And get some new teeth going here. There we go. Gonna get this top corner a bit too. And then, to be quite honest, my little blending part will be, my blending mix that I did will be out, which is fine. So I'm gonna do a big stream tomorrow. And it'll be a much better stream because I'll have everything up together. But hey, cheers to the first stream, you know? Even though it was like random. Oh yeah, my phone died. So when my phone died, the streaming decided not to go on anymore. That's okay. I didn't need Crunchyroll telling me, you watch this many episodes. Like, I have not even finished those yet. Where am I? I know what episode I'm on. This sucks. It was like, you watched 100 episodes. I was like, not while I was awake. Joke's on you. I was knocked out the entire time. Thanks for the reward, though, I guess. They didn't give me a reward. They were just like, trying to make me feel cool, and I was like, yeah, actually, though, I did not watch 100 episodes. 100 episodes watched me. And there's that. Alrighty. I'm feeling old school chemical romance. Not new school, but old school. Like, I'm feeling Helena right now. I'm definitely feeling Helena right now. I know it's weird, I'm just really feeling that. Probably because I have my fucking AirPod the AirPod just fell into the toilet. That's probably why I feel like that. I don't know, but that's exactly why I feel like that. I feel like fucking AirPod just fell into the fucking toilet, you idiot. The fact that it actually happened is very hilarious to me. I'm just like, wow, I've actually... It's one of those things that you just be like, oh, okay, and you're really cautious about it, and it doesn't happen, and then it does, you're just like, wow, okay. So that happened, that just happened there. That's fine, I suppose. Yeah, that's fine, I suppose. Damn it. So, I'm mad. You're mad. Mad apple. Get your shit apple. Okay, no. I think for the most part... Wait, let me get that star in the corner. I think for the most part, I've gotten a good bit of these, like, areas that I want done. I love this. Okay. I love this. Okay, I'm missing life and everything in it. I'm just gonna run down a bit. Run this out a bit. Let's see, I just want to get a couple more areas for them to have some solidity to them. I'm actually almost about to run out of my little wash thing here. Go see. Do this. Do this. Now. Oh. 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 Ooh. Yes. Ooh. Oh, my ankle feels like crap. Oh, I need to do better about that. Okay, I'm just gonna do it here just because I want to. I'm be confused at like where's the light source coming from. So am I. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna worry about a light source with this piece. I mean, we have like a minor-ish light source. It's kind of like forward and up. Just because I want it to look like it's something, like it's there, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get it all in. And I'm like, oops, I'm gonna mix that all over again, and I'm not gonna be able to because, ha 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 ha. This multiples is like, okay, you have it actually physically on the ground, which is nice. And then you also have the whole, like, what's this? Where are we Okay. Ooh, the star in the corner. Almost forgot my star. I was sitting here talking about how much I love them and I almost forgot about it. No. Okay, bam bam. And that's all I really need. Okay, cool. What we can do is use over the star, since it's over it. Let's do this over the conde. Over the conde. Yes, over the conde, my dear. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, here we go. Over it. Want to beat over the conde, yes, my dear. Over the conde. Alright, cool. It's a weird shading thing that I just did there. I'm gonna have to fix that like now. Let's do this. Then we're gonna blend this in. Because that was a weird shade thing that I did, but it's okay. Okay. I think for now, we did a nice start off, so to speak. You can barely see what I've done. Actually, what's weird is like you can barely see it, but it's like it's actually popping more. Like I can see specifically in like this area, some of these areas, you can kind of see it's actually popping a little bit more than what it did beforehand. Yeah. Good for our first art night. Tomorrow we're gonna make this better. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Do you want to do one more wash over? Let's do one more. Let's do one more wash. Because this is definitely darker now. Remember, when you rinse your brush off with the dirty or water, dirtyish water, you need to also rinse it with the clean water. Let's see how dark this wash is now. I mean, of course I have a floof hair in here. When I say floof hair, I'm referring to my dog. It's just one of those things where it's like he's been around for so much, it's like I need to just start adding his floof as like a, you know, so like as part of like your materials. Like what did you make this with? So like, okay, I used oil paint, I used this, I used floof hair. Use a lot of floof hair because like it's just in the paint, and like this floof will be in the paint. It's there, y'all. It's there, and it's fine. I enjoy it. Oh my god, I enjoy it. Here we go. I knew once I did it. I don't know if y'all can still see it barely even. Yeah, you can see it more now. Yeah, you can see it more now. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I can see it more now. This is the color the wash was supposed to be in the beginning. But we didn't make it dark enough, but that's fine because I knew it was going to get darker when I did it. And I'm enjoying it. Yes. Now this time I'm not going to paint it over the skulls and stuff because I want it to kind of be its own. Now if it gets on it, I'm not going to make a big deal about it, obviously, but I'm trying to make it like, okay. Here we go. This is the next level of stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is teeth here, we're fine. But now I'm going to start enhancing this background. And you can see how this wash is starting to build up in color. That's why it's like, when it comes to watercolor and gouache, you have to really be patient with yourself and with the medium itself, because it's not going to look the way you want to in the beginning. It's going to look crazy in the beginning. And that's why I feel like oil can sometimes be easier as well, because you can kind of see what you're doing a little bit more. Whereas watercolor, stuff like that, you really have to layer. One, you have to know a lot about color theory. You have to be pretty decent with color theory. Two, you have to be able to, like, you have to be patient, because you're not going to just scan or paint something right away. You're going to have to slowly build the layers up for me to be able to see what's going on there. It's just natural, it's just how it is, and that's fine. So fine. You're fine. I promise you. You may think you're not doing a great job. I'm here to tell you, you are. I promise you. I might actually keep this wash for tomorrow. I actually like this. And I may end up building up color with it again tomorrow. We'll see what we're doing with it, but I'm definitely not about to pour this wash out yet, because I like the way it's coming around, so to speak. And I want to get oh, a song's come on that sounds like an old song I know. Oh, I think it's actually from the same album. Okay, I'm just gonna listen to that album. It's called Ghost. I'm just really feeling that vibe right now, must be. I think anybody who's an original emo kid, y'all are really feeling it right now. You're just like, oh my god. God, what the fuck is happening here? There we go. Bam. Got the floof hair off. It's actually building up color better now, which I knew it would. From me rinsing and repeating, basically. I knew it was gonna build better, which is what I wanted. So I did a nice little basic thin layer, and then now I'm going, I mean, this is still thin as hell too. Y'all are just finally able to kind of see what it's doing on the camera now. But this is a good way to show you how, like, when you're layering stuff up, whatever's already there, it's just going to be more enhanced. It's not going to just get blended out by what I'm doing right now. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this side going. I don't think I've hit this side yet. Have I? Feels like I did. I don't know why. But I don't think I did. I'm just gonna keep going over it. I don't think I did. I think I stopped at the bottom of that chin there. And then also with this, because it's just a wash, I don't care if it gets on the other stuff right now. Like, that's fine. Like, I really don't care right now. It's just building color. It's just literally building up color here. This is what I want. I don't know, I feel like, honestly, while I'm painting here, I feel like I have came over here now. For some reason, I remember being over here by these teeth. No, it was the other teeth over there. Okay, we're good, we're good. I would, like, think about that for a minute. Did I do this already? Did I do this already? But I did not. We're good. So I did down here. It's interesting how some of these parts... Now, I do remember I did sketch a lot, so... Some of this looks like maybe some of the paper may have came out while I was sketching it, but it could also be my messy painting right now, so we're not going to panic about that. I'm still, even if I noticed that it was, I just realized what that was. So I keep doing that, and that's part of that skull, which I didn't realize the first time. Look at this. Let's kind of lift it up a bit. But actually, this will look really good for shading later. the smiles I'll never ever have. Ooh, here we go. Let me see. I'm almost done with this wash layer again. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this wash layer because I like the way it looks. I'm going to probably build in another layer of this again after I do. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Something I did to my side. Sometimes when I paint, I sit up weird, and it's not good for me. I'm noticing that now. Ugh. Ooh. Palmer is different. Great. Okay, here we go. Right under the eye. There. There. How are we looking? I think we got everywhere I want to be right now. Hold on. Just gonna blend that. Yeah. Okay. All the smiles I will never ever have. Like, what is going on? I want to know what's going on in this mouth right here. Like, there's some weird shit happening. I don't know why this is blending in a weird ass way. I might have erased too much down here is what happened when I was doing this, but it's okay. This is what we're gonna stop with usually, so tomorrow I'll stream longer. Tonight, this is what we're gonna do for tonight. I just wanted to get a nice, get that frisket down, which I did beforehand, so that's a lot for y'all to sit through. And then also I wanted to, get at least a nice wash going and get some shadows going. I can barely see. It's like barely visible with what I'm doing, but I love it so far. Y'all will start seeing it build up more so tomorrow. And I used all my color anyway. The color from more so it. I should have saw it from the last painting. I had to really clean it out. It still had a bunch of wash like just in here. And I used it for two different pieces, the same parts that were there a little bit this time. I was like, let me just clean it and make a fresh one. It's just this like dried up, crusted up pot. Okay. So thank you guys so much for hanging out and chilling. I know this is like a weird stream. I promise it'll be better. But this is what we have so far. Why does this look weird now? Because I did a whole nother layer. So you know what I'm saying? Like if you do that, you don't think it's gonna look weird until it starts drying. You're like, wait a minute, that looks weird. There we go. Blend that out. I'm probably gonna do at least one more water background. What is this? A fuchsia? I see it. Did I get it? I see it. It's just like floating. I'll get it later. When it dries, I'll be able to like wipe it off with like a paper towel or something. But thank you guys so much for coming in and chilling with me in my first little art stream ever. I might eat, and I'm gonna eat right now. I may or may not hop on for a minute and do a Stardew one. We'll see how that goes. Might do a late night Stardew. I've been doing Stardew. I kind of want to do some other games as well that I've been seeing around. I used to play Silent Hill when I was younger, and I see that Silent Hill F game is out, and it looks quite intriguing, but it's weird because that game literally had my heart pounding while I was going to bed because I was watching somebody play it, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I can do this. So that'll be interesting to kind of play around with. We'll see what happens there, but I do have Stardew. I want to do The Lies of P. I got that one, so we'll play that a little bit, see what happens with that, whether or not I cry and die. It's gonna be my next slogan for that, crying and dying. When you see me put that, you know that's what we're talking about. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming in. Hope you have a good night and an amazing weekend. I'm going to eat some soup and go rest because I actually feel like trash today. I actually feel like a lot of trash, and I promised myself I was gonna get up here and do something, so I figured I'd at least get some stuff started for you guys, and we'll see what's going on tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye bye.